Hello folks and welcome back to part 2 in my new Minecraft Let's Play series. As you can see, we are picking things up pretty much from where we left off in the last episode. And talking of the last episode, thank you very much for the response we got to that episode. It went down better than I think I probably could have expected a video to go down on this channel that hasn't had a video on it in quite some time. So thank you for the support on there. And I'll say again today what I said on the last episode. If you are excited to see Minecraft back on the channel, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on the video. It really is the best way to show your support for a new series and encourage me to get the episodes out as quickly as we possibly can. And this is where we pick things up today. As you can see, pretty much where we left off at the end of the last episode. All I've done since then is just cleared some of the grass in this area where we started to settle down, and I've also collected a few resources that we're going to need for today's video. I've collected some wood and I've collected some cobblestone because the plan for today is that we are going to get started on a first house, and we're going to be looking to build a little starter house in the style of the houses in the village that we've got over here, because if you remember, we are right next to a village and we want to kind of look in keeping with these. My plan is eventually for this starter base to kind of fill a lot of this open area and probably go most of the way towards where this village is, to the point where it kind of becomes one big seamless thing where we have the village over there leading into all the various farms and bits and pieces that we're going to need, and then my massive Lord of the Manor mansion over here. That's the plan. So I want to build something in the same sort of style as these houses. So if we nip back over here quickly and just double check what that style is, I think I've got all of the correct resources that we're going to need. I just don't want to look too out of place. But that's the plan for today. Get the house, or at least the startings of the house, built. Probably get started on some farms. I know we need to get down in the mines as well. We've used up all the iron that we found in the last episode. Lots to do, as there always is at the start of a new Minecraft world. But right, what have we got? We've got two different styles over here. We've got this one that's like the stripped oak beams and then cobblestone walls with little bits of the mossy cobblestone in there as well, and then planks for the roof with like the pyramid style roof. And then we've got these ones, which I think this is the style I'm going to go for, with the normal oak, the non-stripped stuff as the beams, a layer of cobblestone around the bottom, and then planks and planks for the roof. And I think it kind of interchanges between the two if we look through the village. I'm thinking I want to do something two-story. So I guess what I could potentially do is almost combine the two styles and do a ground floor of cobblestone and an upper floor of planks. I think I prefer the full planks rather than the full wood, sorry, rather than the stripped wood. So I think that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to try and create something that is going to be good for us for a little while. I want something that's going to be able to fit some decent storage in, that's going to sort us for a long time. I want to be able to fit an enchanting area in there. I want to be able to fit, obviously, a bedroom in there. And I want it to have decent access out to where we're going to be doing our mining and caving, where we're going to be setting up our farms. So if we head back over here to where I've set up my little base camp, I can give you an idea of what we're going to be looking to do. So where is my stuff? Oh, it's miles away. This is further away than I thought it would be. We need a horse urgently. There are lots of horses here. We need to find a saddle. So I am thinking this little hole here looks like it goes down into a cave system. I don't know how much of a cave system. It just stops here. But this might be... there's monsters down here. This might be a nice little natural starting point where we could set up some mining. So I'm thinking we leave this intact as it is, so we don't want to build over it. I don't have a spade. I've got myself stuck down here, but yeah, we're going to use that as probably where our mining is going to be. We've got a little pond over here, which I want to leave as is. This area I want to leave as is. So we've kind of got this gap here to put in the house. So let's grab some cobblestone and work out a shape that we can do on here. I need to eat as well. Goodness me. How have I managed to get so low on food? We need to get farms up and running as a matter of urgency as well, because we have just eaten almost all of our food while I've been talking through the intro with you. So I'm thinking my house faces the village. So we want it kind of facing out this way. I think that makes sense. So let's have a look what we're working with. We've got, that's where the cave is. We don't want to be near the cave. So if we start back here, I think, with like a back corner here, and then the back garden goes out onto where the river is. That's pretty cool. I like that. So we can have a corner there. And then how big do we want this to be? So if we've got this as the enchanting area, this needs to be like 5 by 5 as a little enchanting area off the back of the house. We'll put some wood in a second as well. That's not big enough inside, is it? I've done that 5 by 5 on the outside rather than on the inside. So we actually need to extend that 2 blocks further on. So it's actually like 7 by 5. So we can fit everything in that we want for a little enchanting area. So that can be where we have our enchanting area. And then like a little porchway here, maybe. We don't want to make that into an even number of blocks. So let's get rid of that and then come out here where a little porchway can come out. Maybe just 3 blocks and then take that to like there. Is that 1, 2, 3? But we don't want even numbers. Even numbers are the enemy when it comes to building. Looks like it's nearly night time. And then come back in like there. Get rid of that one. We've not got much depth to this house so far. We need to go and sleep. Where's the bed? We do not want to be out at night at this stage because we'll just get absolutely destroyed, especially because I can definitely hear monsters around somewhere. So we've got the starting little basis of it, and then I think we want to come back a little bit. So if we've got our little porchway there, what's the distance we've got there? We don't want this to be even both sides. So if that's 5, let's go, I don't know, 7 this way. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take a corner to there. And then I want to go back far enough, probably a little bit further than we've gone this side, so that we can have a huge, long storage area that kind of starts at this back wall. So if that's going 2, 3, 4, 5, buttons, 5, 6, 7. Do you know how to place blocks, Kev? That, I think, is the question on everybody's lips. We're clearly going to not have enough cobblestone for this ridiculously over-ambitious plan that I've got so far. So this then becomes like a kitchen type area. So enchanting area, kitchen area, and then back here, we want a storage area that's going to go back 9 more blocks. So 1, 2... I've got an idea in my mind of how I want this to look. I just don't know if I've got the blocks to do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it doesn't need to be that wide. So what do we need? We need to be able to fit double chest. So double chest, 3 wide hallway, double chest, wall there. So back wall comes across like this. So we're going to have double chests on both sides. And does that link up perfectly? If that lines up perfectly, I am a design genius. Because like I say, I've got a rough idea in mind. It's not quite perfect, but I think that'll do. But we've used up all of our cobblestone doing that little outline. But I think that works as a little outline of how the house could be. And then we could have our bedroom up on the next floor up, maybe over the top of the storage area. And then maybe coming out to a little balcony over here that overlooks the river. It's perfect. It's everything I ever dreamed of. Right, let's get some wood into this as well. We're going to get some framing done, and then I'm going to go and do a little bit more mining. I'm not going to go down into the mines. I'm just going to go and get a load more cobblestone off of those mountains over there. I am not brave enough at this stage by any stretch to actually head underground. But let's get some kind of framing on this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go 5 high for now. I think if we're going 2-story, we're going to have to go much higher than that, actually. I don't know if I've got the blocks, so we'll leave it there for now. We might have to go and get some more trees. I know on the designs over in the village, these were kind of in the corners. I think that makes them look a little bit square and blocky. I think we get a little bit more depth if we have it sticking out like that, although it does then give us the issue of what we do here. But we could potentially... That feels like a problem for future Kev to worry about. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we kind of come across and we have our portrait that comes out a little bit more, maybe. this is all very much subject to change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, did I put that in the right place? I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's these little internal corners that I'm not quite sure. I guess you just stick it in there, don't you? And come up like that. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then onto this corner as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'm actually going to do, I think, is we're going to take this porchway out a little further. So we'll take that out 2 more blocks. Not 3 more. We want odd numbers. So 2 more blocks. To there and there. And then get rid of this. And this is where our doorway is going to be. But it's going to make the framing work a little bit better. We need that cobblestone, though. Because that's going to go across there like that. And then we can go in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. We'll sort out what's going to go on at the front when we get there. It gives us room at the front there to have a little door. This works for me. Right, I need to go and collect far more resources than I thought I needed. We might even abandon this for now and get some kind of farm up and running. Not abandon, but that's the idea. I think before I go mining, I've got to sort out this food situation. We did collect up a lot of seeds when we were clearing this area that we've actually ended up not building on. So I think we probably need to set up a farm, which means I'm going to need a spade. If that's where we're going to be mining, that's where the house is, then I think farm back here as a nice big wheat farm, I think makes sense. So I'm going to clear that area off. I'm going to make a spade, and I'm going to be back with you when it's time to build a farm. Right, we've cleared off this area. I've collected up some more resources. I headed back over to the village, stole their hay bales so I can make some more bread in a minute, stole their carrots, got some eggs and some one potato. In fact, I think I've got some potato in here. And we've got quite a few potatoes, actually, a few more hay bales as well. Let's just consolidate all this stuff together. We've got some sugar cane, which we're going to get planted as well. But the key thing is we've got all of these wheat seeds. Wheat seeds are going to be absolutely crucial to what we're going to be doing. So we need to get a farm in place. Now I'm thinking farm here where we've just cleared. And what we want to be doing is just getting some trenches of water in so that we can then plant into the trenches. I need to do some maths. So how much wheat have I got? I've got 120-ish. So we need, if we go 10 deep, 4 rows of that. This is what I'm thinking. This maths might be the worst maths I've ever done. So what I'm thinking is we go wheat, either potato or carrot, wheat, water, and then keep rotating through that. The reason we're doing it that way is because the internet tells me if you rotate wheat with something else in alternating rows, that causes the wheat to grow faster, and we want our wheat to grow as fast as possible. So so that would be wheat, potato, wheat. So we want the first trench to be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we want 4 rows like this with those gaps in between them. And they need filling with water. So I'm going to do that again off camera because digging holes and filling with water isn't exactly scintillating content. And then we're going to get this farm in for you. And there we have our farm. So we've got the little channels of water up there, which keep all of this lovely and hydrated. And now we can go up with these seeds. So we want wheat seeds up here like this. And then we leave a row, which will apparently make it grow quicker. More wheat seeds like that. And then we repeat that on the other ones. On these in-betweeny bits, that's where we need our potatoes, carrots, beetroot, anything else we might have. So what have we got? We've got a few carrots, a few potatoes. That's all we have for these in-betweeny bits for now. But let's get some carrots and potatoes in. So some of these middle bits will probably be left blank for now, but get the potatoes in there like that. And then we'll just come down these middle ones again with more potatoes. And hopefully before too long, we're going to have a nice little supply of wheat, a nice little supply of carrots, potatoes, gives us lots of food options and also gives us the option of getting some animals out here involved as well. Because as you can see, I am now eating my last piece of cooked mutton from when I destroyed the beds, which now leaves me with no food. I think I've got a few apples, but what I might have to do when I finish these apples, if I crack open one of these hay bales, I want to save as much of this as possible for giving to cows shortly. But for now, we can make some bread. So we've got 3 pieces of bread, 7 apples. That will do us for now. I'm going to sleep. Apparently I'm not. I'm going to sleep in a second. I'm going to finish off my farm. And then while that's growing, we can then finish off the house, because I've also been collecting some more wood, some more stone. I've got some sand, which I could probably get cooking up overnight, actually, so we can have some glass. That is not how you do that, Kev. That is a crafting table. My word, have you played this game before? So I'll have some glass cooking there. We're going to go to sleep, and when I am back, the farm will be done, and we'll be ready to continue with the house. As you can see, the farm is looking lovely. There's a couple of other bits we just need to get up and running for our farm as well, though. Number one, for now, I'm just going to get some sugarcane growing here. You have to put sugarcane next to water. I am going to set up a sugarcane farm soon. It's a much lower priority than getting food up and running, though. So for now, we're just going to plant a few bits to give us a base to be working from when we do come time to make a sugarcane farm, which will be soon, because we're going to want maximum paper so that we can get books ASAP. There you go. That's as much sugarcane as we can plant for now. So certainly until we've circled these 2 ponds with sugarcane, I don't think there's any urgency to get a farm built for that. And the other thing that I've done farming-wise to make a start and getting some food sorted is I've built these 2 little fenced-off areas, one for cows, one for pigs, and no, one for cows, one for sheep. We want leather, again, for those books, and beef from the cows for eating. And we also want wool from sheep and maybe a little bit of mutton for eating. So the trick now is to try and find some sheep and or cows that are not near the other ones. So there's some sheep on their own over here, because we want to keep the sheep in one side and the cows in the other, or else things are just going to get complicated. So we go over to the sheep with our wheat. We need 2 sheep so that we can get them breeding. And we will eventually get some pigs as well once we've got some carrots to lure them over with. Pigs are less important because they only provide food. They don't provide us with any other useful resources like wool or leather like we get from the sheep and the cows. So they're the top priority. We might also do something with chickens as well. We are really, really lucky with this spawn that we have got a lot of all animals over here. I've seen horses as well and donkeys. There's dogs. There's all sorts of animals over here. So we're going to have no shortage of animals. Don't worry. We're not eating horses or dogs. Oh, good. I love it when you can't get through the gate. You move away and then you come through the gate. No. Okay. You out. Fantastic. Does please one of you come in? You move. I should have got one at a time. They're so dumb. Out. You move there. You go over there. Right, you go all the way over here. Look, you go all the way over here. You, in, quickly. I've got wheat for you. No! Why? Right, let's move you away, because the other guy just seems so much faster than you. You move well away. Look, I have wheat. Do you want the wheat? Ah, get back through the gate. Oh, so this is how it's got to be, is it? And now you walk through. Well, I'm closing the gate now. You, in. Ah, no, look, I still have the wheat. Sheep. I still have the wheat. Both of you in. I hate doing this. I'm glad you don't have to do this more than once for each animal. Right, in, fence in, through the gate, fence shut. We have sheep. Now we need to do the same for cows. Let's put that away so we don't attract these sheep. There's a lot of sheep around. Right, there's 2 cows over here. I don't know how I'm going to weave them back through these sheep. If we end up with a sheep in the cow enclosure, then I guess it's not the end of the world. We could probably introduce them to my sword and deal with the immediate food problem. It's not ideal. Oh, hello. There's a sheep here. Brilliant. I mean, I don't know if you've been listening to what I've just been saying, Mr. Sheep, but I strongly recommend you don't follow me to the cow enclosure because it isn't ending well for you. We are going to set up a cow farm soon, which is a hideous device that works wonderfully, but we're not going to do that today. Today was supposed to be all about building, but then I remembered I needed to eat. See, that sheep gets through fine, but now we're stuck with the same stupid situation with the cows that we had with the sheep before. Right, in you come. In you come. I need to actually pick that up and then whack that in, and then, I mean, sheep. This is bad news for you, sheep. Can you get away from the sheep? Because I need to talk to the sheep on his own. Just, maybe, just this guy on his own. No, not the cow. Just the sheep. Just the sheep. Just the sheep. There we go. I didn't get the cow, did I? No, good. Right, you two can calm down. No! You! In! In! In, in, in! Right. We have animals. I sleep, and then finally, in the morning, we are going to crack on with the house. My word. My word. Right. Let's grab the cobblestone that we had before. We don't need that wool anymore. We will take cobblestone. We will take wood. I can hear a zombie somewhere. We don't need that, that's for sure. Right. Doorway is going to be here. We want some of that glass. Let's get some glass panes and start planning out how this is going to look. So if we take that, make that into some glass panes. We don't need loads of these. One stack of glass panes is probably fine. We can put the rest of the glass in there to try and keep a tidy inventory. We can get rid of, I don't know what we're going to use copper for, but that mutton can get cooking as well. Right, let's get some glass in. So remembering how this is going to be, this is all going to be storage. So we don't need any windows on these bit, but windows in, so we're going to have crafting table, but we want window, crafting table. Then all of this side up until where we get to here is going to be crafting table. So let's build this up a little bit. I think I've decided we're doing what we were talking about before about the cobblestone bottom floor, and then we'll do the wood on the next floor up. So this whole length here is all going to be cobblestone because you're not going to see the walls, because ultimately it's going to be crafting tables all along. So that comes along level with there, and then we can probably put a window in after that, because then it's just going to be probably a, I don't want to call it a kitchen, because kitchen sounds dumb, but an area where we're going to have furnaces and stuff. So we can probably put a nice big window there where we can keep an eye on the farms. I wonder actually if we need another beam here, level with that one. So that would put the beam there. I guess if we do that, the beam's actually going to be outside anyway. That level? Yeah. Just thinking in terms of structure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a beam there. That makes sense. And then we're going to cover it up completely from the inside anyway. Then on the front of the house, we'll have cobblestone there, and then window. And then cobblestone along here, around the doorway. And then, oh, see, this horse is right here. A smaller window there. I like the fact that it's not going to look exactly the same from both sides at the front. That is cool. I need a saddle urgently. That is looking pretty cool. Is that too? That's why that needs to go. Get rid of that. Put that in there. Excellent. See, we're getting somewhere now, boys and girls. And then this is going to be my enchanting area eventually. But that doesn't mean we can't have windows. So let's do that. And then we can have quite a long window along there because we've got the view of the river. We want to make the most of having the view of the river. So again, a nice long window across there, and then fill it in like that. And then we need to go like 2 more levels up. And then that's the bottom floor done. And we can worry about what we're going to do on the next floor up. So I'm going to fill that up to the next level. And then we're going to worry about what we're going to do upstairs. We had food cooking, didn't we? Because hunger is starting to set in. We need more mutton. Oh, what we could probably do, got a little bit of wheat. We could be feeding these guys. I've trapped them in here on the promise of wheat and then didn't give them any wheat. Do you guys want something to eat? Yeah, and you guys can have something to eat too. We don't have any iron to make any shears, but this will do for now. You can see the veggies are making some nice progress as well. This is awesome. Right, we have the frame and the ground floor of the house done, or at least the walls of the ground floor. We've still got a lot of grass in there, so we need to sort out a floor. You can see the farm is coming along very nicely. In fact, it's pretty much ready to just harvest everything. You can see where the wheat that's grown either side of the potatoes and the carrots has grown much faster than the wheat that didn't have those extra rows in between them. I know a lot of that is ready to harvest. I'm just going to wait until it all is and do it all in one go. I have been trimming off the sugar canes as they jump up to a little bit higher and just filling in the rest of this area so that we've got loads of sugar cane grow. We will work on a sugar cane farm soon, but we're going to need iron to be able to do that, as we are with a lot of the other things that we're going to be doing. So we are building towards getting down into caves and doing some mining soon. I think this is where we're going to leave it for this episode, because what I want to do in the next episode is finish the house. I'm thinking at the moment, and I would love your feedback down in the comments about this, I'm thinking we're only going to be 2 stories at the front of the house. So I'm thinking at the back, where we've got what is effectively like an extension for the storage area, I think we just put a roof on that as it is, but then have a balcony coming off here out from the bedroom. So we've got a little balcony on there looking out over this nice little river view, and we can work on prettying this area up over time. There's loads more sugar cane over there that I didn't notice before. We could probably bring that over. And then we'll have 2 stories on the front of it, where this will be the main bedroom area. And then over here, this side could maybe be some kind of trophy room from our adventures. So in there, we're going to have enchanting area, storage area, trophy room, bedroom. I think that's going to be pretty cool. Got our farms off the back of it. I've been feeding the cows and the sheep at every opportunity as well. You can see I am running very low on food again. I am now surviving off of apples. So the sooner we can get some potatoes out of our farm, the better, because then we can make some baked potatoes, which will keep us going until the cow meat is ready. But I'm thinking by the end of the next episode, the house is completely finished. Everything here is moved into it. The farms are up and ready to go. And by the end of the next episode, we should be ready to get underground and get ourselves some more iron and maybe press on and get some diamonds. If you have enjoyed this video, though, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on it. As I said at the start, it is the best thing you can do to help support a series in the early days and effectively a channel that's having a little bit of a reboot as well. It all really, really helps. Let me know in the comments as well how you've liked this style of video. I've done a lot of the more repetitive elements off camera, like building the farm after I showed you what I was doing, laying a lot of the blocks for the house. If you want to see me do more on camera, I can, but it's going to lead to less being done in episodes. If I'd have done all of the farms on camera, we probably wouldn't have done the house, and vice versa. So by just putting little bits of it off camera, I've been able to keep the episode to a reasonable length, but get started on 2 really key early game things. But I'm happy to take your guidance for how you want the series to look. And if you want to see more of it being done on camera, we can. Or if you're happy with how it is, we can leave it as it is. Or if you want me to do less on camera and rush through at a faster pace, we can do that too. I'll kind of go with what the consensus says about that. I'm effectively making this up as I go along. But if you are new and or if you are enjoying the series, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on, and I'll be back very, very soon with part 3, where we are finishing the house. Thank you very much for watching.